Hey everybody, Josh here, back with another book review. And I wanted to do something a little bit different tonight. I wanted to talk about some of my favorite books that I read as a late teenager in high school. Now, shortly after the Star Wars Expanded Universe began, Indiana Jones novels started cropping up. And when I saw those, of course, huge Star Wars fan, huge Indiana Jones fan, so I read all those as soon as they come out as well. And I still have all of mine from way back when. The first one was The Perils at Delphi, and you can see this book is well worn. I've read it a few times actually. When I read, I don't like to break the spines of the books, and this spine is severely broken. I'm going to have to replace this book sooner or later, which is going to be hard because I think it's out of print. Now, why am I recommending books that are out of print? The reason is because they're really, really fun. So if you can find them, you can probably find them pretty cheap. They're a quick read, super fun. They went through only 2 or 3 different authors in the entire run of the Indiana Jones expanded universe, for lack of a better term. There was Rob McGregor, and then there was Max McCoy. Now, my personal opinion, the Robert McGregor ones were a little better than Max McCoy's, although Max McCoy's were very, very good. My favorite one out of all of them was Indiana Jones and the Genesis Deluge. Now, this is it's probably pretty obvious what it's about. Indiana Jones is looking for Noah's Ark. And you kind of know how things in Indiana Jones go. He goes looking for this mythical object, and well, you know. The books mostly follow Indy while he's in his early teaching career or as he's getting ready to graduate with his PhD from college. So he's a much younger man in the novels than he is in the films. Which is also very interesting because you get to see him, you know, as a very green archaeologist going out in the field and getting in way over his head, and how he comes out on the other side. They did a really great job of making it seem like the books were written and conceived first. So that was really, really neat to see. I'm sure there's inconsistencies and continuity errors in there, but they're few and far between and mostly not noticeable. So if you have the kind of mind where you catch on to that kind of stuff, you're not going to be terribly put off by those books. So if you're a huge Indiana Jones fan, I'm going to really quick just show you all the books in the order in which you should read them, should you be able to find them. There's Indiana Jones and the Peril at Delphi. Indiana Jones and the Dance of the Giants. 7 Veils. The Genesis Deluge. Best one of the entire series. If you can only find one and it's this one, pick it up. The Unicorn's Legacy, which is way better than the title suggests. The Interior World. Sky Pirates. You can basically skip this one because it does mess with the continuity. The White Witch. The Philosopher's Stone. Indiana Jones and the Dinosaur Eggs. Again, much better than the title suggests. Indiana Jones and the Hollow Earth. And Indiana Jones and the Secret of the Sphinx. Now that's all the ones that were published when I was much younger. There is a new one called Indiana Jones and the Army of the Dead. I've tried to read it, I just couldn't get into it. It didn't feel like Indiana Jones to me. It's just the style. It didn't really grab me. So there is an extra one out there that came out right after Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So it just, maybe I was just turned off by that film and that's why I couldn't get into that book. But I couldn't get into Indiana Jones and the Army of the Dead. Alright, so that's all the Indiana Jones books that I read when I was younger. I really, really enjoyed them. Most of them are most likely out of print, but if you can find them, I imagine you could probably find them pretty cheap at a used bookstore. I really gotta highly recommend them, especially if you're a big Indiana Jones fan. They're a whole lot of fun. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you've read the old Indiana Jones books, I would love to talk to you about them because I don't know anybody else who's read them. We are doing our Saturday topic of the week videos, so please leave us a suggestion for those down in the comments. It doesn't have to be related to any video we've ever done, just any kind of geeky topic, whatever floats your boat. We'll look at all of them, we'll decide which one we think we can make the best video out of, and then that's the one we'll use. Again, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.